By the front. Quick march. Left, front. Hold. About turn. By the front. Quick march. Hold. We'll advance. Right. Turn. Standard. Ice. Stand easy.
Shift our attention to this colorful team this afternoon here on the Monday Football Show. The Administration Police, and I will just interact with the captain here, Etemesi. Just join us here on this artificial turf. I'm sure you've played on artificial turf before. First of all, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
I understand that he has a very unique, interesting nickname. Why do your colleagues call you Antelope?
They call me Antelope because of the way I run.
Yes.
I'm a speedy winger.
Yes.
So I got that name from my senior year.
Yes.
This senior gave me that mantle of being the captain of the team.
Okay.
He gave me that name Antelope because of the way I run.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a viewer here who is very interested and intrigued by the drill the team made before the show. So he's just asking a question. Yeah. His name is he calls himself Village Elder, but his hashtag is his tag is @Freddy_Kamake. He asks, I'm watching from Likoni, and you guys look awesome. That is the team.
Thank you.
The drill that you guys did, did you do it before a game and after a match, just for him to just get to respond to this question?
No, this drill we always do it when we are at work, but we normally don't do it when we are at any given time at the match.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So introduce for us the team. I can see the gentleman with AP uniform and other gentlemen with not wearing the official uniform.
Okay. I'll start with my senior year, as I told you earlier.
Yes.
He has been for the captain for the past 17 years.
Right.
He has given us the mantle to the juniors. He's called Alfredo Tieto. He plays in the midfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You can give the microphone to the rest as they introduce themselves.
Okay, my name is APC Julius Mteti, and I'm a midfielder.
Kevin Maliati.
You can stand up.
I'm Kevin Maliati,
right.
Defender.
Okay.
Abbas Abdul Karim, midfielder.
Okay.
I'm Kevin Okinda, midfielder.
Okay.
I'm Salim Mumze, attacking midfielder, come striker.
Okay. The rest you can just sit because of where you're seated. You can just sit where you are.
Anthony Mukaya, defender.
Okota Abad, centre back.
Okay.
Ainea Masika, centre back.
Okay.
Paul Rasenye, goalkeeper.
Makoha Bradley, fullback 2.
Chris Baraza, goalkeeper.
Kefa Momanyi, fullback, come offensive.
Okay. So, Captain, just distinguish for us. I'm seeing some other gentlemen wearing the tracksuit and others in the AP uniform.
Okay, as you can see here, we have the uniform there, and there are some of us who are wearing on tracks. These people who are wearing tracks are civilians, players who play for a team. But this is what we call community policing.
Community policing,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Michael Kidi, community policing. Very interesting arrangement we have here, having administration, police, and civilians playing for a football club.
I think it's something that happens even when, if you look at Ulinzi,
right,
they have a quarter for civilians.
Yes.
Right? Even the olden days when they had the team from Nakuru called Scarlet.
Yes.
Then there was Kahawa Garrison.
Yes.
All of them have
even Red Berets, I believe.
Even Red Berets.
Yes.
They have that quarter of civilians because at times you look at talent that is there because the Defense Forces have been known to nurture a lot of talent.
Right.
So they pick out emerging talents, then they put them in sports, and they nurture them from there. Look at all our world beaters.
Right.
Some of the top athletes that we have
come from the discipline forces.
Yes. They started off, they were picked from those championships, and then they were put in the discipline forces. Then, with that discipline that they learn being an officer, they take that to the training pitch and to competition. You can see the results for yourself. Even as we had a quarter in Moi Forces Academy, there was that quarter of civilians. They call it civilians because it's basically those. Moi Forces Academy is a school for kids of those in the armed forces,
right.
Defense Forces now.
Right.
Now they look at all of them, how you perform in class 8, and they pick out.
Okay.
But there was that quarter of 30% that comes from civilian. So that is how the composition is. So I think it's a good thing that they do it all across, and it helps because these guys are from the community.
Okay.
They serve as intelligence officers as well. They'll come with intel and say, by the way, hapa ni kubaya leo. Yes, please, Regina.
I think I want to agree with what Mike is saying about the manner in which we put teams together.
Yes.
You can see our way of looking at things. You know, the administration police, being a grassroots police service, is normally composed of the players who are civilian staff. And we give them a lot of respect, especially when they play for the team. And they form a critical component of our team. All the time, we do not want to miss a civilian component in the spectrum of the team. We put, as he said, as a way of putting that community perspective into the club, where we give back to the community as a way of an SSR, kind of. You know, corporate social responsibility.
Yes.
Where we CSR, where we be able now to pay back to the community for providing us with the talented players. And just as you said again, these officers, you know, the civilian component have a lot of talents. So we spot talent them, we bring them to the club, they play for the team as civilians, and then come an opportunity for recruitment, they are recruited into the service. And that has been a way of, you know, paying back to the community, and because of where we are all the time, and particularly the administration police service are a grassroots police service where they work with the community at the level of rural area, not in the urban areas. So they would want to see the people identify themselves, you know, with the club. So that way of trying to engage the community, come closer to us. We work for you, we work with you, and we are your service. And that really, that component gives a lot of interest to the club, and officers, you know, the civilians would want to always join the football club.
What happens when, for example, you pick these three and they join the forces? What happens to those slots?
We recruit other civilians, because already you can see from the 80% of these officers who are here, majority of them were civilians. Actually, 80% were civilians. You can mention Muteti, for example. Asu, the captain right now, was recruited the other day, only 2018, 2016, 2015. All of them came into the service the other day. The captain, of course, Asu and Bradley, for example, and Abdulakim, Abdulaziz, you know, all of them have been able to play for us as civilians officers, and then here they are now in uniform. So we fill in the positions already. When we get the officers, we go to the schools, identify the talents, and then bring them to the team to be able to play as civilians.
Mukami has a question.
Yeah, allow me to ask a question. It's actually coming from Twitter. We have Dante Mwana, who's at Danilo Mwangi, and he's asking, ask AP the secret to the improvement in the NSL this season. They're doing quite well. Plus, he's also said they need a new set of jerseys.
Well, that is true. I think from the management perspective of the club, we would want to tell you that in fact there's a lot of gelling in the club this year. Save for last year when we were not very, very good in terms of our performance. But this year you can see the manner in which we play. And our team is really going out there, you know, to get the points and be able to score many goals, to be able now to ensure that they remain somewhere. As we are right now, we are number 7 at the log. And unfortunately, for the last 2-3 matches, we've not been doing very well. Maybe draws and a lose. So I think the secret behind our success this season is because we have allowed the players to think, to just tell us exactly what they want for this particular season, so that to be able now to gain promotion. Of course, we may not be very far, but we may not be able now to gain promotion because of the competitiveness of the league right away. But I think our success, the story for this time, is the team spirit, the teamwork, where both civilians and the staff, and also the management. Of course, our DIG has been able to support the club from the very top level of the structure of the APS. He has pumped a lot of investment. This is actually his investment, and that is why he came into the club. He tells them, this is what I give you, I want something in return. So that is why you see the manner in which they play this particular season. I believe the support will continue for them to be able now to gain promotion. I don't know which jersey he was looking at, because I think our team has several of the jerseys. Maybe he was looking at only one in one season, maybe in one match.
Yes.
But I think we have variety of the uniforms that we normally keep on changing at every particular match. Come Wednesday this week, you will see us in different uniforms.
That is the day after tomorrow.
The day after tomorrow.
Where are you playing?
We are playing in Nakuru.
In Nakuru?
Yes.
We will send Ivan Sasiba from Nakuru to come and cover. Then Dante, You will tell us if that's the jersey you are talking about. That is the jersey.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, you've
Thank
talked
you.
about something that is very crucial, that you are based in the community. I never knew that, actually,
Yes, yeah.
that administration police is, you work best with the communities, especially Mashinani.
Yes, yes.
How do you incorporate that calling of service to the Mashinani Wananchi and football? When are they footballers? When are they officers?
These officers, when they are called upon to perform national duty, they do. You cannot imagine they are going to be the footballers at that level. When we have national issues, like for example, we have an operation in Mandera. You can pick a number of them to be able to go and play. To go and guard the nation, you know, in terms of providing security.
Yes.
When you go to the security guards, security provision at the college where they are based, they are the ones who protect the college, where that is where the headquarters is. So they provide a lot of security at all levels, you know, in terms of going out for operation, performing their drill duties. You can see even in the national days, during the national days, they are in the team that do the parade.
Yes.
You know, for the. So during of course, we have segments, you know, in the service. We have specialized units. We have other units that, like, for example, the sports section that is allowed to be able to continue to practice.
Yes.
So we have a league engagement. We ask the management that, for example, we facilitate the team to be able to continue to practice.
Okay.
So that they play the league matches over the weekend, or maybe in the midweek, for example. But this is truly a professional football team, let me tell you. And a way of doing community service in terms of engaging and putting together the team is allowing the football team to continue to progress, to allow them to, you know, to do other things apart from concentrating with the police functions. Because one way of trying to market ourselves as a service and to help ourselves, respond to the call of the citizens, the Wananchi, is by playing with them. When we play with the citizens, for example, the civilian components of the members of the league.
Yes.
When you go to Shabana, all of them are, you know, civilians. All of them. And then when they gel together with the police, they feel like, you know, I played with the police service. I played with a police officer today. You know, that kind of interaction brings the team closer to the citizens, closer to the Wananchi. So apart from providing security, they also provide that cohesion, that relationship, that engagement with the community in which they play.
Now, one of the problems that we've had, and I've seen this especially with our notorious Gor Mahia fans, win, lose, draw, whatever the result, they're always rowdy.
Yes.
Why haven't we engaged the services of these young men? Because they know the psyche of the football fans. They play before them. They know how to read their psyche and they can relate with them. Is there a way that we can use these people to come and actually become the ambassadors of let's play in peace?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We have tried that. We have been able to mentor other clubs. For example, when you go to, one time we went to KTTC, you know, they have a football club for the college.
Yes.
And that we do very special, in a special way with the unorganized team. Like, for example, a club that is for the school, the colleges, the universities. Like, we go to the KTTC, for example, and we play together, we advise them, we give them mentorship. This team has been mentoring many other clubs. We've not been able to reach to the level of Gor Mahia, for example.
Yes.
But majority of them also are good fans and ardent fans of Gor Mahia Football Club. When they go together with them, they normally advise them, you know, ask them to be able to come peaceful. And we also provide them security. At that level, when our team is providing security to the Gor matches,
yes,
we also talk to them, you know, please let us maintain peace, let us be calm. Because majority of the officers who provide security in the field, and I'm sure you have witnessed this, are administration police officers, who are known for peace building.
I've seen a couple of them. That's why I was asking. I've seen a couple of them. And our biggest problem, and I will tell you this for a fact, the biggest problem that we have with the fans is that they feel that the stewards, the so-called stewards that are appointed by the clubs, are some of them. And emotions get the better of them at times when they feel that calls are not going the right way. So you find that those who are leading in causing problems on the pitch are these same stewards that are supposed to calm the crowd. So how best can we now integrate and say, as administration police, through our team, our football team, that are footballers and they know how to handle these people, how can we get these clubs to bring their stewards? And we have sessions with them, periodic sessions every other time, so that when they see us on the pitch, we are able to work with them very easily.
True. I think we've really tried that one time, but we will go to the Premier League management to be able to allow us to be able to engage at that level. Remember, at one time from the history, our team was also in the Premier League.
Yes.
We also suffered the same fate. You know, for 2-3 seasons we have been in the Premier League, save for the time we were relegated to the nationwide, and now in the Super League. The engagement at that level of the Premier League has not been very open to us. But I think from the level when we play with our teams in the National Super League, we have really been able to mentor them. In meetings together, when we invite the management of several clubs in the National Super League to be able to allow them to start thinking of peace. Most of the time, we allow them to understand the value of teams, the value of peace, the value of cohesion, the value of team spirit, the value of working together. But for at that level of other clubs, not only Gor Mahia for your case,
yes.
even the Leopards and other clubs also sometimes, you know, they cause havoc in the ground.
Yes.
But I think we'll be able to. I think that's a good advice from your perspective. We'll be able to take that as our program, as a project, from where we have been trained as police officers and as disciplined people, because we normally do not cause that problem in the field. For us, we maintain peace throughout. Even the level of red cards, you can see it's just very few, maybe because of other things that happen in discipline issues in the club. So we have that level of discipline because we put that as a priority number one. Even when we recruit the civilians, for example, you can see they were marching here, for example, together
yes.
with the uniform.
Yeah.
You cannot differentiate, you know, you cannot see who is a civilian, who is not a civilian, because of the manner in which we've been together, we've been put as a team, we've been taking them to understand the discipline perspective from how they engage with our team.
Finally,
yes.
on the same note, you play in the NSL.
Yes.
The funniest bit is that of late, NSL has had more trouble with the funds than the KPL. I'll give you a case in point. Kibera Black Stars was sanctioned the other day. Shabana were also sanctioned for crowd trouble.
Yes.
As people play in that league, do you normally look at where trouble is and you decide we'll take the front in trying to tell these guys this is how we're supposed to do things?
That has been our project, in fact. Let me tell you, I have personally tried as an official of the club, together with my team members. We've been able to put that kind of perspective. But I think during our NSL meetings, we also give some lectures on peace building, in maintenance of peace. In all those meetings that we attend, we allow them to listen to the manner in which we must be able to keep peace, because football is a friendly affair. It's not really enemy kind of playing thing. So we normally would be able to try. I think Shabana and the Kibera and the other teams, of course, even sometimes we even have some bad blood between the team,
yes.
our team, for example, and KRA,
yes.
because we have been arch rivals for many years.
Yes.
You know, they went to the Premier League, they came back.
Yes.
Sometimes when for example, the KRA meet APS, for example, our football club, there must be a lot of security in the ground, because we know what normally happens because of the bad blood.
Yeah.
You know, like the rivals in town, because we've been the old boys in this league, and they know that. So I think we will be able to try and put that in our program to be able to ensure there is peace all the time when we play in our NSL.
Wow.
That one we'll be able to try.
Just picking up on that, in terms of discipline, it seems a lot of people have actually noticed, and we have Francis Ndua who says, I've played against this team, very disciplined team, wezi jua ama ni police wanacheza. They think most players can learn a lot of things out of them. And then I just want to ask, who's Abbas? Abbas. Hey, there's someone here, a friend of yours, I don't know if you know him, Osia, Humphrey Osia. He's saying, I'm happy to see you. He's a schoolmate of yours from back in high school, so he's just telling you congrats on all the best. Namjua ama?
Naweza kuwa namjua ama naweza kosa kumjua. Ni ile tu kazi unafanya nampendeza, nashukuru pia. Yeah.
Right, let's just pick up on that. Captain, this is the former captain Otieno. Of course, you've been involved in the team for almost 2 decades. Just tell us, what is the culture of administration police? They've talked about the discipline. What else? What else is unique about your team?
Thank you for the show, and thank you guys for the good job you're doing.
Got a microphone there?
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Ndong, for the good job you're doing. We are humbled to be here. Okay, this team, first of all, discipline is the main key. Yeah. Between us, you can't know who is senior, who is junior, who is the civilian. So that is something that we found here, and we must cultivate it. Yeah, it should go on like that. Plus, this team, we live like brothers and sisters. You know, your friend can't be down and you let him be down. You understand?
What do you mean by that?
Maybe he's lacking something. You understand?
Yes.
Maybe he's just down. You understand? Like he's just down.
Saidiana.
Yeah, Saidiana. Yeah. So something like that builds morale and makes us gel. Yeah. That's how we do.
I have a question.
Before they, excuse me, even we go for a match,
Yes, can you just hold the microphone like this?
Yes. We eat together, we cook together. Not that we don't have money to go and
Who is the best chef in the team?
Sorry?
Who is the best chef in the team?
Best chef, I don't want to mention it. Because afterwards, it might be strangled. But it's just here. Yeah, so you see, like a match day, we start by someone is cooking, his duty is cooking, we eat together, we laugh with our seniors. Yeah, with our seniors. So we appreciate, and that's the culture we found here, and it will keep on going on. Yep.
Now, you've mentioned you've been in the team for over 20 years, so you've actually seen the rise and fall.
Yes.
I know, going to the Premier League and then getting relegated. How did you guys handle that, those ups and downs, and how did you just move on from that?
No, I came in this team. I found senior players who are well, they knew how to play soccer and they knew what soccer was all about. The likes of Jones Mulemi. So
he was actually called up at one point to Harambee Stars.
Yes, he was at one time called. So they led us well. We've been having ups and downs, but we can't complain.
And then, because you guys are police, maybe someone else can take this question.
Yes.
What do you guys do on a normal basis? You know, the other players, they go for training, then they go home and have their own business. But like, for you who are also working during the day, what's a normal day like for you?
Can I answer that? Okay. It's not all about football. Yes. We do work, mostly night guard, night sentries. Yes. And like my senior said, in the year 2007, everything stood. We left football and we went to protect life and property of good Kenyans. Like me, I was in Eldoret. I was just told board this aeroplane to Eldoret. You understand? So it's not all about football. The lives and the properties of people come first. Yeah.
Fantastic test.
Yeah.
Otini nani?
Sorry?
Otini nani?
The one talking.
There's a message here from one of our journalists.
Yes.
Gregory Mulemi.
Yes.
He covers a lot of NSL.
Yes.
Unaona vile mna smile mnamjua sana.
Yes.
Anasema,
yeah.
Ambia Oti ache kuwa shy. Na venye yeye ubonda watu kwa kiwanja.
Sawa. I'm not shy, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Kazi yako ni kuzika,
Zi.
Maybe for the players, so that I think it's important. Let's to give vile civilians.
Yes.
Wale ambao wanacheza kwenye kikosi hiki.
Yep.
Civilian mmoja anaona hapa, the gentleman hapa, anaangalia kando anakata. Labda ujitambulishe. Tuambie vile inakuanga kuchezea AP as a civilian.
Okay, asante. Mimi nitaongea lugha ya taifa. Nitaongea tu Kiswahili watu wasikie.
Unaruhusiwa baba. Unaruhusiwa, it's okay.
Multilingual hapa.
Mimi kwa majina ni Paul Kasenye. Goalkeeper.
Yes.
Nimechezea AP for the last 3 years. Ni timu nzuri, ni watu wana cooperate. Ndio tu watu wanaogopa for nothing, but they are good guys. If you interact with them, if you meet together, we eat together. They are good guys.
You're the cook. Wewe unapikanga?
No, I'm a goalkeeper. I don't. I'm a goalkeeper.
Who's the chef?
Yeah.
Give the microphone.
Yeah, anaoshanga masufuria ndio.
Tuambie kucheza AP league umekuwa na ups and downs, huko number 9 sahi. Last game of course muli struggle kidogo. Mtenshoaje, what do you think you guys need to work on heading into the next round of the National Super League? Mjaribu as much as possible kufika ile mnaweza kurudi kwa Premier League.
Ups and downs zinakuanga kwa team. Kuna lose, kuna draw na kuna win.
Right.
So whatever results we get, tuko contented nayo, tunarudi kwa drawing board na rekebisha makosa. But we are still working on. Tunajua tu tutakuja mahali tunataka. Sababu lengo yetu si ni kwenda Premier League. Tunajaribu at least tumalizie hapo number 3. Tucheze playoff. Tuone kama tutafaulu.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Another civilian. Maoni yako kuchezea kikosi cha AP huko vipi?
I'm very proud to play for AP and wenye walinikaribisha kwa tu poa. Najivunia kuwa player wa AP.
Okay. Na some of the values ambazo unalearn kwa discipline forces kama mambo ya keeping, some of the things unaweza sema vitu gani umelearn vile interact nao unaweza zi-apply pia kwa maisha yako in terms of like the values wanafunga nazo as a discipline force. Kitu wewe mwenyewe unajikuta nyumbani naweza kuwa nikifanyanga pia.
They are very time conscious. That's the first thing I learned from them.
Yes.
Kitu kingine discipline. They're very disciplined.
In what way? Najua kila mtu anashinda kisema discipline. In what way?
In terms of if any case by the time tunacheza kwa kiwanja, if any case kuna vurugo mahali, they calm down the fans. Even team players wenyewe hatuwezi kuwa involved in such like things like vita hivi. Yeah.
Okay.
Unlike to other teams. Unapata
microphone.
Najaribu kusema ni in case tuko game kutokezea fujo, tunageuka tunakuwa officers.
Right.
Yes, ya tunageuka tunaingia kazi, narudi tunacheza ball. Yani tuko sini footballers at the same time ya officers.
Right.
So in case of anything, tunageuka officers, tunamalizana na hiyo ya officers kwanza, narudi kiwanja tunacheza ball.
I remember Ndong,
Yes.
actually they remind me of a story in 2007.
Right.
We all know what happened in 2007 after the elections.
Right.
It was a very bad period in 2008 January.
Right.
Was really tough.
Right.
You'll find officers on the roads, especially if you lived along Langata Road. Hapa karibu Nyayo utapata watu wamesimama the whole day. Now this is the discipline that I admired. I passed there at about 10 o'clock, going to the office. I came back to pick something at 2 o'clock. I left something in the house at 2 o'clock. And when I was leaving, I found people standing in the same positions, in the same direction. You know? So I stood and went and spoke to one of them. You know the way you fear, you say, these guys, they look so menacing.
Right.
Especially in their full combat. So I just went and said, hey, Buddha, niaje? Say, poa sana mambo, uko sawa? Nambia, hey, niko poa. Home, kuna fujo, kuna anything? Nambia, there's nothing. But me, I'm concerned. Nimona mmesimama hapa, I am not sure if you've moved to get water or to have anything to eat and stuff like that. Nambia, you know, tukiwa job kama saa hii, the rations might take time to get to us, but it'll come. And I could see these guys were hungry, actually. So together with my colleague, what we did, we went and made sandwiches.
Right.
We made sandwiches and came with juice, water, and milk. Guess what they picked? You know, somebody picks a piece of sandwich and a bottle of water and milk and says, tafadhali, tuambie kama inatosha kila mtu. They would not start to eat until the whole line somebody has something to eat. I learned something from them. As in sharing, uko na ubao, this is somebody who's brought you food, but he will not start until they are sure that everybody, you go to the other side, urudi mwambie imetosha kila mtu. Then they start eating.
Fantastic.
I mean, I thought that was discipline of the highest order.
That's even a life lesson, Mike.
Yeah.
Something I can adopt as well.
And in the same vein, maybe one of you can tell me what motivated you to do this? You know, what made you decide to take this path and like join the administration police?
Okay, if I can answer that. First of all, being a police officer is a call.
Right.
As for me, I used to play football before I came to being an officer. I played for Thika United.
Right.
Yeah. And then they came and put me to the APS. And I said that football is not a lifetime career. You know, there is life after football.
Right.
And there are also injuries. You cannot heal at the same time. So I decided, let me join the APS for my future. Yeah, nikaamua ni join AP. Nicheze ball at the same time nikuwe secure na maisha yangu. Yeah.
Okay.
Hata ningeaji pia wachezaji wengine. Mpira yetu ya Kenya si ati unakuwa assured na pesa kila mahali. Nicheza Premier League mimi. I know kitu watu wanapitia.
Right.
So ningewa urge kama life ya football haitaki, jaribu utafute kitu kingine ufanye.
Client call.
Yeah. Kama football imekataa, you know, kuna miaka ikifika kwa football
magoti naanza kulegea kidogo.
Yeah, ukifika for example 30s na uko bado Kenya uja make it to pro.
The captain disagrees, Mike. When you pick a 30. What was that floor?
I'm sorry. Okay, in Kenya, ukifikisha
He's been wanted to be polite.
Atajua.
Tumeongea juu ya magoti vile ikifika miaka. Acha tuone kama
before you go ahead. Before you go ahead,
yes.
There's somebody who's saying, I've been eagerly waiting to see what kind of discipline will be there if any of them scores in those holes. Maskara nimesikia huku thank you mingi huku wanashanga hii do watapewa saa ngapi? Who wants to try? Who wants to try? Mipira ndio hii. Ziko 5.
Okay.
Magoti iko sawa.
You're under 30 also.
Under 20.
Mwambie ngoja nimwekee stopwatch ndong.
Okay. So, let me give you the rules. This is called the Monday Football Challenge. Basically, you're supposed to hit the ball in either of the holes, in whichever order. It is up to you. So, ukiweza kuenda ya chini, uende ya katikati, ama uende ya juu kabisa ya 2000, ile pesa ambayo imekuwa hapo ni yako.
Hiyo buti taweza. Haya. You start in 5. Uko na 30 seconds to hit as many as you want. Unaweza maliza hizi urudi usipange tena. Yeah. Sikia hiyo discipline dog. Yaani hizo sound zinatoka. Haya. Wait. I'll tell you when to start. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we start.
Time.
20 seconds. 15 seconds to go. 10 seconds.
Ingia. Continue.
Aenda chukua. Endelea. You've got 10 seconds. Tuendelee.
Endelea.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Endo chukua ile pesa, that is your money.
Todo yako tu hapo, usiwache. Mwingine anataka kujaribu?
Basi. Mteti.
Ni jamaa mtaa
bali jamaa acha tu. Akipa story yake. Tumwandike hii kazi.
Ndio.
Kijana mdogo lakini smart. Kijana.
Basi uko tayari?
No, Mteti.
Oh, Mteti. Haya, Mteti in 5, 4, 3, 2, go. Vunja yote. 20 seconds. 15 seconds.
Endelea.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tosha hiyo. That's the one.
Mike, our studio is being assaulted.
Kijana makongeni hapa.
Ndong.
Our studio is being assaulted.
It's ameingia kwa uwezo, Mukami. I'm being told that that guy has a very interesting story. Before he joined the APS. Kaka, ulikuwa wapi kabla uingie APS?
Kabla ni join APS, nilikuwa nachezea under 17 Coca-Cola ile ilienda South Africa. After hapo nilikuwa nikitrain na Mathare youth. Nimecheza Safaricom hiyo tournament. Baadaye nikacheza Opera yenye ilikuwa Sultan Ahmad. Ndio nikakuja nikachezea AP as a civilian. Nimechezea maka kama 5 hivi kabla nikuja niajiriwe.
Okay.
Yes.
Na maisha yako ilikuwaje kabla uingie AP?
Before niingie AP kuna tofauti. Before niingie AP kuna tofauti. Nilikuwa na hustle ndio. Nilikuwa na stress ya kupata job, lakini vile nilikuja nikapata job, at least sahi niko sawa. Yes.
Ulikuwa unaishi wapi? Mimi tunataka kujua, ukiniuliza mimi kabla niingie media, nitakwambia ndio nilikuwa na hustle, niligrow up Nakuru, nika grow up wapi, maisha yangu ilikuwa hivi, nilihustle kutafuta school fees, nikajipeleka college, nikabahatika siku moja nimeenda Nation, nikasikia jamaa anauliza nani anataka internship, na hata si mimi, nikajisimamisha tu mimi mwenyewe, nikaingia hapo, and that was the start of it, you know. So nataka tu kwa an inspiration story, because I know you have a story behind your life.
I have a story. Mimi nimezaliwa Islands, nimestay Makongeni Jogoo hapa. Nimechezea timu ya mtaa Makongeni Youth, nikachezea Masa Youth, sasa wako ligi ya huko chini. Nilikuwa nacheza ball at the same time, nilikuwa naenda hizo Babaru Inda. Hapo Inda nilikuwa nafanya baru za hizo so mbili na Chwani so 3, nakuja bado jioni na train, nikivumilia tu. Sasa ingine tunataka jaribu trials mali kama Bakina Madhare huko. Nimecheza pia Maisa, nipitia pia process ya Maisa, nimengangana. So nilikuwa natamani kuchezea AP. By the before natamani kuchezea AP, nilikuwa nataka kuchorwa job kwa forces tu yote. Luckily enough nikakuja nikapata timu ya AP, ndio nilikuja nikajoin. Lakini before ni join imekuwa ni challenge, imekuwa ni kazi ngumu sana. Unajua kama mtaa vile mtaa ina mambo mengi, hiyo kungangana kuhustle vile maisha yako itakuwa poa na hizo mabaru mingi. So siku lose hope, nilivumilia hadi God akanifungulia njia, na ndio sasa mimi hapa ni a police officer at the same time a footballer.
Kongo unarudi kweli?
Kongo mutembea na mtaa yangu. Siwezi sahau na grassroots pale nimetokea.
Unaenda kijiweni unapiga story na wasee kwa base?
Napiga tu story na base hapo base nao vizuri tu kama kawaida. Nikikama nje vile jamaa tu wa mtaa. Napiga tu story. Ikiwa ni kijob
kabisa. Ndio ukipata msawa base kwa noma na dunini?
Inategemea pia noma gani.
Noma tu mbaya, unajua noma zetu za mtaa. Zetu zikuwa noma ndogo.
Kabla nilifikia noma, unajua maybe kuwapo karibu. Niona mimi naweza kumeandoliwa na mtu mwingine kwanza ndio nipigiwe simu ama niambiwe. So mimi naweza tu namsupport na nimpe direction ya kuishi poa.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's inspiring. Ndonga ameenda wapi?
I've come on this side of the technical bench. This is our technical bench setup here, and we're joined by the coach. Coach, this season has had its highs, it's had its lows. Mko number 9 sahi. Kwa maoni yako unafikiri what have you guys done right and what do you guys need to work on?
First of all, I could thank my CEO, Sir Jilo.
Utashikilia microphone hivi?
Hivi. I give respect to my senior officers. CEO Jilo is the CEO. He has done a lot for our team. He's the one who make us to be here in this place. He has supported us with everything we want. Everywhere we want to go, he supports us with equipment, with anything we want, balls, football kit, everything. He's the one who coordinates between DIG and IG.
Yes.
To sponsors.
Okay.
Because this team is being based in Mbakasi. It's a good team. The way he told you is a team from the village. We are in a Utawala there we are in village. It's a small place.
Inakuangaje huko as in like kwa camp, inakuangaje mkiwa as a team? Culture yenu inakuangaje mkijiandaa kwa ligi, mcheza kabla mcheze game? Kuna vitu vingine wamesema hapo mnakuanga mkijifanyanga before, mmoja anapika, sijui mwingine anafanya hivi.
Si hatuna pesa ziko. Dozo na pesa ziko, ni ile tu tunaamua tukae pamoja ndio timu ijel, tukue na spirit ya kwenda ku face game. Hiyo kitu nimefanya mpaka sasa hivi tuko saa hizi. Hiyo kula pamoja, tunaamua mimi leo unapika, mimi ni kama coach ndio supervise, watu watakula aje, wasikule sana, wengine wakule kidogo sababu ni tunacheza game gani. Sasa tunakuwa pamoja sana na wachezaji wangu.
Coach, ligi imekuwa ngumu kwenyu kidogo, lakini mmeweza kuwa mkijikaza, mko katika nafasi ya 9 katika jedwali la ligi. Tukiendelea na msimu huu, kwa maoni yako unafikiria nini ambao mnataka kufanya kuhakikisha kwamba mkwe hadi nafasi ya kwanza?
Kusema kweli vile umesema, ligi imekuwa ngumu sana mwaka huu. NSL imekuwa ngumu sana. Hata sasa hivi ukiangalia kwa hii Moigon Cup sasa hii timu ziko kwa quarters, ni timu za kutoka chini. Ligi ya NSL ligi nzuri, hata naomba kama wafadhili wanaanza kuja ikuwe na sponsor. sababu kutoa timu hapa peleka Mombasa ni timu ya community, naona bado ina tabu. Tungeomba kitu moja, sponsor tutafutie sponsors, sponsor timu za NSL zinaumia sana, timu nyingi kutoka zingine zinapeana game walkover. Na hiyo ni mbaya sana. Timu yetu mwaka huu nashukuru, timu yetu iko mzuri. Ukiona ni vijana wadogo sana. Kama Mteti, wengine wametoka tu course juzi tu. Kuna ambao wengi ni 30. Uti ndio mzee, unda nikuta kwa timu hiyo. Si mzee sana, kama nilikuwa mzee ningesha mtoa kwa timu, lakini mzee anaweza kusukuma. Yeye ndio mzee hapo kiongea. Yeye ndio alikuta kwa timu. Mimi niliingia kwa hii timu 2000. Tukiwa premier, mimi niliingia nikitoka Oserian. Imagine niliacha timu ya Oserian kwa sababu kupenda hii timu. Walikuja wakanifuata nikakataa. Tulikuwa na kina Sami Simiu, kina Tom Juma, marehemu Shikubu. Lakini wakaniambia coach unaenda wapi wewe? Kama kwa nita Kamale. Hapa singe kwenda test kwa sababu kwa mpenda jina Tom Otero. Sasa acha nifanye kazi. Kwa nini kusema mwingine na buda yangu akaniambia cheza bola lakini ukifikiria mbali. Sasa bila buda niambia hivyo nikaona acha nifikirie future yangu. Nikatoka Oserian nikaamua kuja AP. Ndio mwaka tukapanda ligi kucheza. Ingawa ligi ilikuwa ngumu kwa sababu tulikuwa tunacheza Wednesday weekend game 2. Hiyo ligi ya zamani game 2 kila weekend. Na tumeingia sisi wageni tuweza
kusustain. Ongea about the toll it takes for players in terms of playing many games. And Taruka assistant coach kidogo niende kwa physiotherapist niambie hizo structured hizo games, nasikia mcheza game leo Wednesday mcheza siku zingine, how do you manage that? Player welfare ni very important.
Okay, thanks a lot for this chance. As you know, this they are the police officers. Since they are the police officers, they are ever physically fit. They are ever physically fit. The goodness is that most of the time when we pray on Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, we have enough players. We have more than 40 players, and all of them they are very serviceable. And once we come in the terms of injuries, I normally work on it. There, if there is a big problem, we have an hospital within the college.
Okay.
We are by that all officers. If you have any problem, we just come for that.
Okay. Thank you very much for your sentiments. Assistant coach, just tell us a final word as we head to quick fire in just a few moments. Tuambie, for the players, how do you ensure without that gelling of the civilians and the administration police staff? How do you gel? Because I know it's not as it may look easy, but it's not as easy.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. Jambo la kwanza ni kushukuru Mwenyezi Mungu kwa kutufikisha umbali huu. Ndio wachezaji wetu waweze kujel pamoja, officers na civilian players. Imekuwa ni culture kutoka kitambo. Hata mimi nikijoin team some 10 years ago nilipata kuna civilian players. Na one thing ni discipline. Kitufanye inafanya tunajel kwanza ni discipline. When you come into the team unawacha uraia. So ukishawacha uraia, watu kiangalia unaona vile wamenyoa, unaona hairstyles. They look good.
Kipara kama mimi.
Kipara hivyo. So unapata inakuwa rahisi kwetu kujel kwa sababu hakuna kuzozana. Ikifika ni upande wa kushare, tuna share a lot. Tuko na families, tuko na other errands to run. But tunapata kila mtu ni brother's keeper.
Right.
So mtu kama vile former captain amesema hakuna mtu anasafa peke yake.
Okay.